Welcome to NeoNeuron, where hidden psychology becomes visible. There's a number from your teenage years that's quietly influencing how much money you make today. Not your grades, not your IQ, not your test scores. Economists analyzed data from over 20,000 men in the UK to understand why some people earn more than others. They expected education, experience, maybe even intelligence. Instead, they found something nobody saw coming. Taller men earned more money. That part isn't very surprising. But here's what shocked the researchers. It wasn't how tall these men were as adults that predicted their salary. It was how tall they were at 16 years old. The exact same person, the exact same height, measured at two different ages, produced two completely different results, which means height probably wasn't the real reason. It was changing something else during high school, something social. And once psychologists started looking there, they found something even stranger. Popularity don't just shape your teenage years, it quietly influences your adult life too. Because there isn't just one kind of popularity, there are two, and only one of them predicts a better future. The first type is likability. This isn't the kid everyone knows, it's the kid everyone genuinely enjoys being around, the one who makes people feel comfortable, included, valued. Psychologists can actually measure this in kindergarten. Watch a playground for a few minutes. Some children naturally attract others. Others are quietly left out. And here's the unsettling part. Unless something changes, those social patterns often continue for decades. Because likability isn't about being impressive. It's about how other people feel after spending time with you. And this isn't just about making friends. People who score higher in likability are more likely to get hired, earn promotions, build stronger relationships, and report greater happiness. But here's the statistic that really stands out. Researchers found that people without close, supportive relationships were twice as likely to die as people who had them. Think about that. Scientists searched for other health risks that predicted mortality that strongly. Almost nothing came close. The only comparable risk? Smoking around 20 cigarettes a day. Loneliness isn't just emotionally painful. Your body treats it like a serious health threat. But why? Why would your brain care this much about whether other people like you? The answer goes back roughly 60,000 years. Humans weren't the biggest, or the strongest, or even the toughest human species alive. What gave us the advantage was language. Language allowed us to cooperate, share food, protect each other, solve problems together. And if you were rejected by the group, you didn't just lose friends, you lost your best chance of surviving. That wiring never disappeared. Brain scans show that social rejection activates one of the brain's strongest alarm systems. Your body even begins preparing for danger, as if being excluded still means you're alone in the wilderness. Your ancestors feared being left outside the tribe. Today, your brain can trigger a similar response from being ignored in a group chat. So if likability is the good kind of popularity, what's the bad kind? It's called status. Status is completely different. It's about being known, being noticed, being admired, or even feared. Everyone knows who you are, but that doesn't mean they actually like you. In fact, here's something researchers found that most people get wrong. Many of the highest status teenagers are actually less liked than they appear. People pay attention to them. They don't necessarily trust them or enjoy being around them. Yet teenagers chase status anyway. Why? Because around age 11 or 12, the brain's reward system becomes incredibly sensitive to social approval. Attention starts feeling addictive. Suddenly, popularity isn't just something you want. It feels like something you need. So what happens after high school? Researchers followed 184 teenagers for 10 years. The teenagers who gained popularity through looking older, breaking rules, taking risks, or acting reckless didn't stay ahead. By their 20s, they were rated as less socially competent than their peers. Why? Because their popularity had been built on attention, not connection. Status attracted people, but it didn't teach them how to build lasting relationships. The students who were genuinely liked quietly ended up with the stronger foundation. And this is why the research matters even more today. For the first time in human history, we've built an entire digital world designed to reward status. Followers, likes, views, virality. They're all measurements of being noticed. Very few of them measure whether people genuinely enjoy having you in their lives. Maybe that's the biggest lesson high school never taught us. Attention and acceptance aren't the same thing. One gets people looking at you, the other gets people standing beside you. So here's the real question. Are you trying to become someone everyone notices? Or someone everyone genuinely wants around? Whether you're still in school or graduated years ago, that choice shapes far more than your social life because science suggests only one kind of popularity keeps paying dividends for decades.